finale next week, and it got to be raw and uncut.
Wait a minute. What do you mean your first YouTube?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Do this. Hey.
Welcome to Love She Wrote. My name is Elise Antoinette, but you can call me Elle. I'll just say welcome to Love She Wrote. This is a space where we read, write, and we tell our stories. And here today we have Tabitha Israel,
Hello.
who wrote Cook, Cry, Pray, and Repeat. So, Miss Tabitha, for those of us who haven't read the book yet, can you tell us what it's about?
So this book right here is going into motherhood, being a wife, being a sister, being a friend. So this is for my women and men if they want to get the book as a gift for their wife or sister or friend. But we're basically going into the nutrition of the family dynamic. So I focus on the 4 trimesters. So when you're going through pregnancy, you have your first, second, and third. I go into the first trimester of my marriage. I go into the first trimester of pregnancy, first trimester of motherhood. And I talk about the nutrition. So the cook is the food aspect. So I have recipes in the book. There's over 50 recipes. They are mostly vegan, a few pescatarian, but you can add meat to those.
Okay.
The cry goes into the different things that we cry about while we're going through this process. Things that we wish we would have did better, that we stressed out about, that some things we cried about that we didn't even have to cry about. The pray goes into praying about those things, bettering yourself, bettering your marriage, your relationship, and the repeat goes into repeating those good things and getting rid of the bad. So the repeat is your postpartum process. So those I really, really focus on a lot of postpartum because so many moms have issues during their pregnancy, after their pregnancy, and a lot of people don't understand that postpartum starts before you have the baby. So you have to start preparing for postpartum even if you don't have kids.
Okay.
You want to prepare your mind for the nutrients that you need to put in your body. Prepare your mind for the different mental and physical stress levels you're going to go through. So if you prepare before you even get pregnant, if you're eating healthy, you're exercising, all of those different things, and feeding your spirit with the right things, when you get pregnant, you're still going to have issues. Everybody have different things at pregnancy, but you're going to be able to navigate it better. So by the time you have the baby and you're in that postpartum phase, you are like okay, ready. I've prepared for this. You start catching the symptoms of the depression, the symptoms of lack of wanting to be around people, all of those different things. So
that's crazy you say that, because as someone who's not married, I don't have kids yet, how can single people, unmarried people benefit from a book like this?
So the first thing would be, I even talk about it in the book. If you're a sister or a friend, help a friend that is pregnant, that has a husband. Go to their house, ask them if they need help, and you learn from them. So when you are in that situation, you know what to do.
Right.
But also, there are recipes in there. So just because you're single, that doesn't mean you're going to be single forever.
Right.
Just because you don't have kids, doesn't mean you're going to be without kids forever. But you eat every day.
Yeah.
So they have nutritious recipes in there. And I even have a journal at the end of each chapter, where you can talk about the things that you learned in the chapter, things you like, things you don't like. If it's a recipe that you see that you like and you're like, oh, I want to add this to it, you put that in there. And then it also is a section at the end of it where you can write your goals. So you can say, oh, from this chapter, I have a goal where when I get married, I want to make sure when I am dating or proving, this is what I call it, proving someone to marry them one day, these are some of the questions I need to ask, because I want to make sure that I'm getting a husband that's going to help me, spiritually, physically, mentally, and for yourself to get better, to help as well. Because I also talk about women taking accountability in building themselves in the family instead of just pointing the finger.
Right. Okay, that's you hear that, single sisters? Okay, because I'm like, all right. So what? You kind of went into the question, so I want to ask that. What message do you hope that readers take away after they finish your book?
The biggest message is you're not perfect.
Mm.
You're going to be able to find out what's perfect for your house, where you live, for your husband, your kids, and if you're a single sister, for yourself as an individual. So even though you're not perfect, this right here is going to help you see I can still succeed in my imperfectness.
Okay.
So that's where it votes, because so many people are focused on, oh my gosh, I gained 100 pounds. I need to lose this weight. So they're focused on weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, but they haven't even sat down and prayed that morning. Right. But they're focused on, I got to go work out. So now they're focusing on workout, but their mental is messed up.
Right.
Or they're focused on workout, but then they still may eat junk. And so that same junk snack that they bought themselves, they gave it to their kids. And now they're stressed because their kids won't go to bed at 9 o'clock at night because you've pumped them up with sugar.
Right.
So it's learning that balance of focusing on yourself, not trying to be that perfect Instagram girl, model girl, and being the perfect you, and finding who you are as an individual.
Right.
And understanding if you fix the mental, you fix the nutrition, you fix the balance in your life.
Yeah.
If you want to lose weight, it's going to eventually happen anyway.
Right.
I personally used to be 368 pounds. I still have weight to lose. But at the same time, I'm not running around here like, oh my gosh, if I don't lose this last 50 pounds, I'm going to die. No. Okay, well, what am I doing? Am I feeding myself the proper things? Because even though I still need to lose this weight or do this, if I go outside and go work out, I can still work out.
Right.
I can still, so I'm not just sitting around being a slob,
sitting on your butt all day. Yeah.
Take away from the book that you don't have to be perfect, but you can be perfect for yourself and your situation for what you're doing. Okay. Having that balance.
Yeah.
And then I want everybody to learn some new recipes.
Yeah.
Because so many people are like, vegan food is disgusting, this and this and that. I have recipes in there, vegan or not, you're going to like it. And you're going to love it. Forget it. You're going to like it. You're going to love it.
So it's basically like an experience, like your readers are going to feel like you are in the kitchen with them, helping them learn how to cook. But like, what if they can't cook? Like, does your book help with like the basis of just like putting something together?
In
like
the beginning,
me?
like so in the beginning of my book, I have essential tools.
Okay.
So I have a list of essential tools that you would need if you're cooking vegan food.
Okay.
I have a list of what things are. So it says like chia seeds, flax seeds. It lets you know what these things are that's in the book.
Oh, okay.
And so you're able to get those definition of things before you even get to the book itself.
Oh.
I even have cooking ware that's good to have.
Okay.
So it talks about if you have a dehydrator or don't have a dehydrator, what to do.
Okay.
So I have those things at the beginning of the book before you get into it. And then just like a snippet, starting in chapter 1, it goes into how when I first got married, which I got married at 19.
Okay.
I got married young, but I thought marriages were perfect. So kind of like when a woman is about to have her first child and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm about to have my first baby. And they're like, oh, this is going to be like a TV thing.
Yeah.
They're going to have these cute little slash bags and all this stuff. And then morning sickness hit. And it is a drag. And you're like, hold on, wait, this is not what I signed. This is not what I signed up for. So then now these emotions are going everywhere. So you're going through that. It's helping you navigate from the cooking, from the marriage, from the pregnancy. For those of you that do not know, and you like, what?
Yeah.
So, and then, like I said, at the end of it, each chapter you have that journal, and say you make that food, and you're like, it's got a little bit too much vinegar. I'm not feeling it. The more you do it, you're going to become your own type of cook.
Yeah.
Because there's only one you.
Right.
So I can give you the cookbook with the basics, but as you continue to make those notes, do those different things, it's going to help you become the perfect cook for yourself.
And for your family.
And for your family.
Okay. All right. Okay. Was there a chapter or like a moment while writing this book that like really stood out to you that maybe made you emotional or brought back a flashback where you're like, dang, like this really happened. Let me make a recipe out of it.
I would have to say The chapter that goes into, oh gosh, there's probably like 2 or 3 of them. But I would say the chapter that goes into how I almost died with my last pregnancy.
Okay.
For a lot of people may not know, I have been a chef. Well, I'm gonna say I've been a cook since I was about 9 years old.
Dang.
I became yes. So when I was about 9 years old, I started helping my mom in the kitchen cooking. Okay. My mom used to do like holiday events for people, and then I just sat there and watched until I learned. I went to New York one summer with my aunt, saw Emerald Lagasse, fell in love with making homemade cheesecake, and that was just the start of it.
Okay.
So I've been doing that since I was 9. I became a chef when I was about 24. And so I've always cooked every type of food you can think of. Mm-hmm. When I got 29, was I 29, 28? Somewhere in those end 20s, I got pregnant with my last son. And in my mind, I got this in the bag. I've already had 2 kids. Yeah. I have had a miscarriage before. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be a breeze. I was in shape at that time, so I'm like, oh, I'm good. But I was eating like trash, because I was cooking for everything I was cooking for everybody else. I was eating myself. Right. So I got so sick to where I had a migraine for days. Not even days. It actually was about 2.5 months. Mm. So I went through like acupuncture, all of these different things. And when I had to revisit those different things that happened when I was writing the book, it really put me in a place of, oh my gosh, I am so happy that I make barbecue jackfruit nachos, because it helped me to learn the vegan love that I have for food now that I didn't have then. Okay. So that chapter really was just like a reminder of remembering the reason why I started doing this, because you forget that sometimes. Yeah. So that really resonated with me. Me being told by the doctor, either you or your child's going to die. You're gonna have, y'all gonna have to figure out how this is going to go. Mm-hmm. And it just was. It was very emotional. And I can't say I put snippets of that in the book, but I didn't put it all in there because I am going to write another book. So you don't get the full thing. You got to read that first and get to the next level. But so that chapter, I don't remember if that's chapter 4 or 5, but that really was like that just a tough one. Yeah.
Okay. It's funny that you mentioned just like waiting for the next book to get all more information. What advice would you give someone who is thinking about writing a book? Like, because you've wrote multiple ones, but just like what advice would you say to someone who's just now starting to like write a book?
Just do it.
Just do it.
I sat on a book for about 7 years. My first book is called The 10 P's of a Happy Marriage. And my husband and I went through so many different things. And it's like a 10-step quick book. Only probably like 100 pages maybe. Okay. And it's just simple. Just basics. And I was so scared just to do something that small. I was just like, why did I wait so long to do this? But my husband and I were constantly dealing with younger couples because there were people where they got married young, because we got married, like I said, I was 19, he was 20. Like we even had to go to another county because the county we lived in don't allow you to get married under the age of 21. So we had to go get our marriage license from somewhere else because of that aspect. So there were a lot of people that's like, oh, I don't see how y'all still married. Y'all married in high school, because we pretty much was learning each other.
Yeah, y'all grew up together.
We grew up together. But those are things that couples needed.
Right.
But I was scared to share my reality, I guess, my mess ups. When you're younger, you're like trying to be fake. You want everybody to love you for this and that. But after I did it, I was just like, why did I wait to do this? Like, this was so stupid. I should have been did it. So the first thing I would say is just do it.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to find that one person that you can say, hey, I got this book idea. I wrote this. I need you to read it with me. Tell me what you think. And when someone tells you that's trash, don't get offended. Just see what they're saying is trash. Listen to them. And it may be, it may not be. You never just take it for like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do this. No, you hear what they're
Yeah.
saying, pick out the things that make sense, go work on it, fix it, bring it back.
Right.
Because somebody may see something more in you than what you see in yourself.
Right.
Because that's where I lack. My husband saw the potential in me, but I didn't see it in myself. So I had to see that first.
Okay.
So just do it. Don't be scared. Take criticism. Accept it. And if it's bad criticism, don't let it get you all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Because everybody's not going to like you.
Yeah.
And
I
so
struggle with that. That's why I was like,
I mean, everybody ain't gonna like you. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. Oh
Right.
well.
Oh, well.
Just as long as you're staying true to who you are.
Right.
And just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And our very last question, just to wrap up our video, is where can everyone purchase the book, and then where can we follow you in your journey?
Well, I have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's Cook, Cry, Pray, Repeat. On Instagram, it's Cook, Cry, Pray, Repeat, the number 1. I know that seems weird. I did the first one.
1 of 1.
No, so I did the first one without the number 1, and then I logged myself out, messed the whole page up. So I had to. It was a whole ordeal. So then I just put the number 1 behind it. I do have a YouTube channel. If you go on there, I have a few cooking videos. Once again, this is where the Just Do It goes in. I did these videos like 6 or 7 years ago, and then I just stopped. So you can go on there and you can see some of those old videos. But I am doing new ones.
Okay.
And I am starting a Cook, Cry, Pray, Repeat Academy.
Okay.
So it is an academy that I'm working on. It'll be a 12-week process. So it'd be for single women and married and women that are newborn mamas or old mamas. But it's supposed to be coming out, going towards like October, December, somewhere in there.
Okay,
but it will be a
congratulations.
12-week process. Each month would go over 1 month of cooking, 1 of cry, pray. So it'd be just like that, different snippets, and we'll read the book together, go over recipes, all of that. So
sounds like a healing seminar or something.
So I am. That's something that I've been sitting on for a long time.
Okay.
But even this book in itself, it took me about 4 years to actually just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's just something that's a process of believing in myself and
Yes.
constantly pushing.
And having people that like believe in you, I think that's really important too. Like you can believe in yourself, but sometimes in moments where you do struggle or you are down, people that are going to lift you up is super, super important.
Oh yeah, my husband's 100% he's the best.
So.
Oh gosh, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't do none of it. Like I thank God for him every day, more than once a day. So definitely, he is a huge supporter, and he don't mind telling me when it makes sense and when it don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. Sometimes the people that's closest to you may not agree with what you're doing, and you need to listen. That's not saying don't do it at all.
Right.
That's them telling you, hey, I don't agree with this, but if you did it this way, it may be better. Like I see that this can be better if you do it this way.
Right.
Accept it.
Yeah.
So don't make your loved ones your enemies, because they're there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was that.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here, Miss Tabitha, and thank you for our viewers for watching. Again, you can follow her on everything that she said. And that's all for today. Thank y'all.
Bye.
Bye.